Today I'm brewing up what I'm calling Citra Passion. It's not very creative. I'm just using zombie dust. I really like that grain bill. It does. It's proven itself to be a great IPA recipe for, you know, four months. You know, is not bad. I'm targeting. It's about 80 parts per million of calcium, 180 sulfate, and about 60 of the chloride. So there's the grain bill. First wort hops will be Citra, and then all the hops coming in in the boil is going to be Citra and Southern Passion, equally divided. First hop draughts at 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and then whirlpool for a while, and then pretty good dry hop. I'm going to be using WLP 002 on this one at a 2.5 liter starter, and going to be dry hopping with 75 grams of Citra and 75 grams of Southern Passion. Going to be using some gypsum, calcium chloride, and magnesium sulfate today. So let's go ahead and get these weighed out. Alright, so we've got the salts all laid out here, all ready for the strike water, so I'm going to go ahead . Gunnar measuring out 9.5 kilos.
That is the moneymaker.
Alright, should be coming up to about 33 liters, just about there. Mash tun is filling up.
And your stir is fully charged?
Gunnar is stirring it up. So the way we got this working is coming off the
it's a magnet valve.
Coming off the water. It's going in to the bottom of the coil, getting heated using the heat transfer, coming out the top, going down the tube, and coming into the bottom of the mash tun to underlet into the mash tun. Alright, so right now we got the water recycling through the pump up to the top, and then for the mash coming out at the bottom of the kettle through the pump, and through the coil, back up here, into the mash tun, and through the manifold. So you can see the manifold has been working really good. Really happy with that. So when all was said and done, coming through the coil, I was started off at 80 degrees. When I finished, it's at 63, so the HLT is at 63 right now, ramping it back up to 66. And the mash tun temperature currently 53 Celsius, ramp coming up. So hopefully this will equalize with the 66 in the next 15-20 minutes while it's going through a protein rest and ramping up to the saccharification rest temperature. Alright, so initial reading on the mash is 5.6. The closest one is Brewing Water, which predicted 5.6. Beersmith predicted 5.56, and Brew Father predicted 5.54. So 5.67. Gonna add in 4 milliliters of phosphoric acid, 75%. See how that goes. Okay, so after putting in the recommended 4 milliliters from Brewing Water, I'm only at 5.48. The target is 5.3. So now we'll take what Brewfather recommends is go down to what was a total of 7 milliliters of phosphoric acid and add that. So it's going to be 3 more milliliters of 75% phosphorus. See where that leads us. The chef here, Gunnar, is cooking us lunch while the mash is going on downstairs. What do we got going on, Gunnar?
This is pasta and meatballs.
Pasta and meatballs.
And some greens slipped into there as well. Oh yes.
Alright, gonna start the sparge. So coming out of the bottom of the mash tun through the pump up into the boil kettle. Got a nice little flow going down in there. I got our sparge salt additions in here. So there's some gypsum, calcium chloride, and some Epsom salt down in here. That would be the sparge addition going straight into the boil kettle. And Gunnar's going to add in our Citra hops. Adding in Citra hops for first wort hop. Stir it. Boom. Alright. First wort hops are in. Alright, so here goes in our 15-minute hop drop. Go ahead, buddy.
There we go.
Perfect. $15-minute hop drop. It was 27 grams of Citra, 27 grams of Southern Passion. Alright, time for the 10-minute addition. Got the Werflock tablet, yeast nutrient.
And it goes.
And it goes. Look at it dissolving. Werflock. Alright, so Gunnar was not watching the kettle, had a bit of a spill there. You can see the hops came over all the way around the kettle. Here we go. 5-minute addition. I'm gonna watch it this time, right?
I'm gonna watch it for you since you didn't.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just about done. Less than 5 minutes now. Let's see that 5-minute addition. Yes. 33 grams of both Citra and Southern Passion. Alright, we are at flame out. So we are still fighting with the 5-minute additions. That's okay. We'll go ahead and turn off the element. We'll hook up the cables and start to chill it down to 80 degrees, and then we'll add in the whirlpool addition. Getting good protein coagulation in there. Got it hooked up so it's coming down out of the kettle, through the pump, through the counterflow chiller, and back up into the whirlpool port. The water's on, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the pump. I'm going to create a little bit of turbulence while the whirlpool is starting to kick up. Now we're going to see that start to chill down. There we go. Down there. See it a little bit better over here on the kettle. That's what it looks like at the bottom of the kettle. So it's 90.8, 90.4 Citra. We'll stop that when it gets pretty close to 80. Pretty close down there. So that's the heat up here. The thermal well is a little bit lower, probably closer to down here on the back. So you see here we're about 85, 86. And up here we're already at 75. So let's go ahead and throw them in. Yep. Insert.
Happy hopper.
Yes. Okay, so we're about 15 minutes since flame out. Almost 16 minutes. Whirlpool's still going. Here we're looking at about 75, 74 degrees. 74, 75. Sorry, back up here it's looking about 74, almost 75 degrees in the kettle. So that's good. We're going to go ahead and stop the whirlpool and actually start to chill the beer down and get it into a couple fermenters. Alright, disconnected from the whirlpool port. Come down to the pump, to the counterflow chiller. And over into the fermenter. Looking nice. And natural aeration. Coming in at 18 degrees. Alright, we got Gunnar feeding in some oxygen. Two fermenters nearly full. Can't see much action there. We'll go to the next one. It's pretty good. Good to go. Over here. Okay, ready? Yeah. Alright, so there's the wort post-boil. At the end of the day, we came in about 1.066. So under the target. We were aiming for 1.069, but we'll take 6.6. There's a couple things that could have been wrong with it. There was the crush, had some issues with the mill, and didn't take into account. I got to tweak my equipment profile to account for all those extra hops, and the boil off was a little bit low, and that's okay. But yeah, 10.66 is just fine. So what do you think, Gunnar? Anything you want to add to the brew day?
No, I think that sums it up pretty good. We have the hoppy beer we wanted, so we'll see about the result.
Alright, so here it is in the hydrometer. It's looking really nice, looking like a really nice sort of pale ale IPA color. It is coming in right at 10.14. I don't know if you can see that sort of swinging around. Right, boom, there we go. There you go, there's a good old, get my face out of the picture, maybe that will help. Anyways, yeah, so it's coming in right at 10.14. It's looking the part, looking pretty good so far. The aroma is a little bit, I do get a little bit of, it's nice sort of fruity notes on it, but I also do get a little bit of alcohol. Yeah, the fermentation temps, I didn't have fermentation control in that bathroom, and I actually did see the fermentation, you know, at high Krausen go up to about 25 degrees. Worried me quite a bit. I hate the fact that my fridge was already occupied with something else, but it is, it is what it is. I had to let it go, but at least it was stable. So that heat, you know, when it started off at 18 degrees, and then over the period of 2 days, it got up to 25. Now I check at it a week later and it's down to 21. So that's basically 21 degrees Celsius for that room, for this time of year, for the weather we've been having. It makes kind of sense, but let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Thankfully, it doesn't have the alcohol on the flavor. I do get that sweetness. It's really nice, smooth, fruity, some citrus, some guava, some sort of like a white nutted fruit like peach, and that's it. That's kind of really nice. Having this right now, it's just like a nice pale ale. It's a little hoppy. It's not bitter. Well, okay, for someone, you know, compared to drinking the Helles, it's got some bitterness to it, but not like a harsh bitterness or like a very strong bitterness from an IPA. Something, not with an assertive bitterness. So it's definitely got a more pale ale-ish flavor than it does an IPA, which is kind of what we were going for. So pretty good, pretty happy about that, pretty good. So that's it. We'll go ahead and check in after the dry hopping is done. Alright guys, so that's it. This is the Citra Passion after all is said and done. At this point, it's been kegged up and on gas for about a week. I didn't put in any clarifiers or anything like that, no gelatin, so it's still pretty hazy. Now, it's about a week since I kegged it, and it's probably about a few more days before that since I did the video talking about after fermentation, or the hop creep video. So if you haven't seen that one, now I showcased this beer in that video. This is the one that started out pre-dry hop at 10:14, post-dry hop it ended up at 10:10. So yeah, here it is. Let's go ahead and get the aroma on it. It's nice, it's cleaned up. I don't get any alcohol notes on it anymore. I get just a slight fruitiness to it. It's a little bit of citrus. A little bit of candy notes as well. So let's go ahead and dive in. Cheers. Okay, I get like that, it's like a candy sort of tropical, fruity, little bit of peach is still there, but it has sort of mellowed out a little bit. I thought maybe the carbonation would sort of bring that forward, but it has sort of mellowed just a little bit. It's only been about a week, so really probably could use another week in the keg. I'm very happy with it. It's got a really nice, it's a really nice pale ale. I'm very happy with it. I would be happy to buy this. I would be satisfied if I was to buy this in the store. It's nice, it's light, it's fruity, it's not bitter for a pale ale, and it's got a nice aftertaste. It lingers around a little bit. In terms of the dryness on the back end, you know, it doesn't really dry out very dry, like you know, if I was to really sort of soup it up with, you know, probably 250 sulfate, something like that. So cutting in right around 180, I think it's very nice. Leaves it with a nice clean finish and sort of just a slight lingering on the back of the palate, and then ready and then inviting, ready for the next one. Yeah, very nice. Doesn't leave it sweet and cloying is kind of where I'm going with that. It really just cleans off the palate, leaves a nice lingering hoppy taste in the background, and leaves you wanting more. So that's it, guys. I know it's been sort of a long video, and I appreciate you sticking around and watching it, but this is the Citra Passion, so I'm happy with it. I would gladly brew it again, and thanks a lot to Gunnar for putting up with me and helping me brew this thing. He's got half of it at his house, I've got half here, but this actually keg, with the exception of what I'm drinking now, is going to be going to the work party this coming Wednesday night, actually. I got that, and also the Vienna Lager V2, which I guess I got to showcase here sometime soon. But that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate it. Cheers.